Okay, in this video I want to show you a little bit more detailed Boolean. So what I'm going to be building here is actually just a glass. So like something that you would drink coffee out of, maybe a coffee mug that is made out of glass. So I'm going to drop in a cylinder, and then what I need to do, and what's important, is that you want to keep that cylinder kind of in the same spot that you want to do a negative. So I want to cut in. And again, using reference is really important here. If you have a cup, a coffee cup in front of you, or a glass, you know that it's negative on the inside, so it's cut out. And that's what I want to do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Control D, and so that duplicated that cylinder. Then going up to my Edit button here, I am going to minimize or resize that to just a little bit smaller. And then what I want to do is make that a little bit taller so that it actually will cut out. Now nothing's going to be cut out if the negative on the inside is not cutting through. So that's another important thing to keep in mind. I'm going to go to the A for attributes, and then I'm going to change this to a negative. So that's the inside. And as you can see here, you have an option to transfer material of negative Boolean. Now I'm going to click that off, because if I don't apply a glass material to that, or if there's just a gray, you won't be able to see. If I apply a glass material to the outside, you're not going to be able to see through that. So I'm going to click OK here. I'm going to check OK. Then I'm going to select the outer one, which is going to be a positive, because we want to cut into that. Again, the negative is cutting and the positive is staying there. So I'm going to say OK there. While I'm at it here, what I'm going to do is apply a material of glass to that. So I'm going to go find one here in materials, and I'm going to go, I could get a colored glass, but I'll keep it clear in this instance. I'll use the bubble 3. And another good thing that I want to do here, and one good aspect of this, another good lesson, is to know that, remember I said that things drop in as neutral, but say I want to maybe make a cappuccino or something, there's liquid in here. I'm going to again duplicate this outer cylinder, which is the positive, and I'm going to make that a little bit smaller as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just decrease the size and then make it shorter so that you can kind of see that that's going to be my liquid inside of this glass. Now for this, I need to change that to a neutral so that nothing cuts in it, because then we wouldn't be able to see it. So again, neutral, nothing's going to affect it, neither a positive nor a negative. So I'll go ahead and click OK there. Another way to reach your materials is by using this little M on the side. So I'm going to click on the M on the object menu, on the M here, and then I'm going to go here to this little side arrow or triangle, and then I'm going to go and find a material, maybe under miscellaneous, that'll be kind of a coffee color, so maybe a latte. So a Bryce terracotta will work. That'll work. Then what I'm going to do is add some foam to that. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that and make that, oops, I want to go the other way. So Control Z, oops, Control Z will undo that. And you'll see here that if you click off of it and back again, it's hard to kind of reach that inner part that I just created. But by holding down Control and clicking, see, it's important to number these. I think it's number 4. So I'll go ahead and just make this a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to lift that up a little bit. So I've got 4 cylinders here. One's going to be a foam. So I'm going to change the material from the terracotta I duplicated. And then I'm going to change that to Perhaps go to organic, see if there's anything there. I think that I want to use a cloud effect for the foam. So I'll go to effects, celestial, no, atmospherics. That's where you could find some nice cloud foamy things. Has to be white though. So maybe I'll do surface. Winter cloud, that should work. I'll click OK on these. And then now I want to put a handle on here. So what I'll do is I'll convert one of these cylinders. Again, it's nice to kind of keep everything together. And then you control duplicate, and I'm going to control duplicating the outside of that. And I'm going to transform that into a cylinder. It's a little wide, so I'm just going to make it smaller just by squishing it. And looking from the top view here, I need to make sure that that's going to be sticking out. So this is the top of my cup. And then keeping my fingers crossed, I can group this. I'll rotate it a little bit and then render it and see what happens. You can't really see the cloud, the little clouds too much, but you can see that now I have a mug. There's coffee inside of there. And I think because of the background, you can't really see that I have a little bit of foam in there. But that's how you would make a little cup with a latte in it. At this point, it looks like hot chocolate.